Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dan from Flavor Fit Food. Today I have another banger meal prep video for you. Chicken and rice meatballs, broiled zucchini, wild rice and quinoa blend, topped with a tahini and sriracha dressing. This is an absolute fire meal prep video. This is a great meal. I'm about to eat this as soon as I get done making this video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So how would I utilize this meal prep recipe if I were on a fat loss diet? I'd probably eat it for dinner because it's really filling. There's a lot of volume, a lot of micro and macronutrients, a lot of bang for your buck. So if I were eating in a calorie deficit, I'd definitely eat this for dinner. And if I were lean bulking or I were trying to put on some muscle, really you could eat this anytime. You could eat this for lunch. You could eat this as a pre-workout meal, which is what I'm about to do. And you could eat this as a dinner. If you want more protein, depending on your macronutrient needs, you could just throw a couple tablespoons of something like a non-fat, plain Greek yogurt on there, and that would give you minimal calories and some more protein to boot. Also, if you wanted to, you could eat this with like some pita if you want more carbs. The options are pretty much endless. This is a great meal for putting on muscle as well as fat loss. All right, and if you are tracking calories, I put this in on MyFitnessPal, so just search Flavor Fit Food, chicken and rice meatball meal prep. It will pop up, full macros. Just click on it, add it to your daily calorie log. But let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how to make this meal prep recipe. First things first, we're gonna get some knife work done. I have 3 whole peeled garlic cloves, just gonna slice them and then run my knife back and forth, get them nicely minced and set them aside in our bowl. Now I have one 1 inch by 1 inch piece of ginger. We're going for about a tablespoon total of diced minced ginger. So I'm just gonna cut the skin away with my knife. You could use a peeler or a spoon if you like, and then sliced it thinly. Gonna take our slices, turn them, cut them into little matchsticks, turn the little matchsticks, and then we're just gonna hit it with a knife and get a nice little small dice or like little mince as far as you can. I mean, it's pretty fibrous, so don't stress over it too much. And then we're gonna put them in the bowl with our garlic. Now I have 1 bunch of scallions, just gonna nip the ends off. I wash them in some water. You should always wash them. Scallions can sometimes get a little dirty. And then just slice them as thin as you can. Don't stress about it. Just go as thin as your knife skills allow. And then pop them in the bowl with the garlic and the ginger. So that's all the knife work for the actual meatballs. Now we're just going to cut up 4 zucchini for our little vegetable side in our bowls. So I have 4 zucchini that I washed. And we're just going to slice them about a 1/4 inch thick. And then I'm going to take a pan, just spray a little bit of nonstick cooking spray on there. Dump our zucchini in and just spread them out into a single layer, as much of a single layer as your baking sheet allows. And then we have them here. I'm just going to hit them with a good pinch of salt to pull out some flavors. And these will be ready to broil towards the end when we put together the full meal prep bowl. But now we're going to make our chicken meatballs. These are super simple. Like, that was all the knife work. Just dumped 2 pounds of ground chicken breast in there. Now we're going to add 1.5 cups of cooked white rice. This is white rice that I cooked before. It just was in the fridge cooling overnight, and we just dump it right in there. It gives it amazing, amazing texture. And now we're just going to dump in our ginger, our garlic, and our scallion. So already you can see there's a lot of flavor going in there. Not a ton of calories either. Now I have this Baharat seasoning, which I will link up in the description. I got this from a local spice supplier. Just putting 1 tablespoon in there, but you can find it on Amazon. Like I said, I'll get it linked up for you. It's a really, really great Middle Eastern flavor profile. Gonna dump 2 teaspoons of salt just to make sure we get a nice amount of seasoning. My cat Goose jumped in there. He's giving it the green light. He is getting hungry. And now it's time to mix up the chicken and rice meatballs. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. This is a very wet meatball. It's going to be very sticky because, like, unlike traditional meatballs where there's more fat in the meat, there's milk, there's breadcrumbs, there's eggs, there's really no binder in this. It's just a starch from the rice. So it's going to be sticky. Just get in there, get it done. You can see I did that in like maybe 2 or 3 minutes just working it with my hands. Now we're going to portion these into 12 equal-sized meatballs. You could weigh them if you like. I didn't. I just eyeballed them. I started a little bit under, and then you can see I'm just adding a little extra meat to the ones that are a little bit smaller. So now we have our 12 equal-sized meatballs, and I actually like to put these in the freezer for about 10 minutes because they are so soft. So about 10 minutes before I cook them, I like to throw them in the freezer. This is the starch that we're going to use for this recipe. I just picked this up. I'll try and find it below and link it in the description. But you could substitute about a half a cup of brown rice per bowl if you cannot find this wild and brown rice mix. So now we have 1 tablespoon of olive oil going in my pan. I'm using my trusty cast iron, but you could use nonstick. I'd actually, if your cooking skills are not super high, I would recommend using a nonstick. I just love my trusty cast iron. So I got this really hot. We're going to sear these in batches. So I have about 7 in this first batch. I like to use like a fish spatula. If you're using a nonstick, make sure you're using like a plastic rubber spatula or something. You don't want to use metal on a nonstick. But I'm just going to good sear on as many sides as I can, just flipping them, and you can see in the background I'm putting them back on that tray that I had them portioned out on. So we're just going to take our time. We're going to get as nice a color on these meatballs as we can. Like, look right here, that's really good color. These meatballs are already smelling amazing, and now they're all seared, and I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and we're just going to put them in the oven and bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes. You just really want to make sure that they are completely cooked through. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. My meatballs are fully cooked. Now I'm going to switch the oven over to broil, and I'm going to broil my zucchini until it's to my desired doneness. I like mine a little crunchier. You could make yours a little softer. Now they're all done. I've got my meatballs. I cooked my wild and brown rice to the package directions, and my zucchini is ready to roll. So now we are ready to build our meal prep bowls. Going to put 3 chicken and rice meatballs per bowl. Going to take my wild and brown rice mix and just distribute it evenly into my meal prep containers. And like I said before, if you didn't buy this mix, just use a half cup of brown rice. You're going to have pretty much the same macros. So now my zucchini is cool enough to handle, and I am just going to distribute it evenly across these 4 bowls. I love zucchini. It's really good for you. It has great texture, great micronutrient profile, and yeah, these bowls are just absolutely fire. So now I have this sriracha tahini sauce that I got from Whole Foods. I will link this up as well in the description so you can buy it. The macros are really good on it. It's only 30 calories in 2 tablespoons of this sauce. So as far as sauces go, like, that is really good. There's a lot of flavor, a lot of bang for your buck. I'm definitely going to use this sauce again. I really enjoyed it. I already have some ideas for it. So as you can see, we're just drizzling 2 tablespoons of sauce per bowl. And that's it. Really simple, really fast, tons of flavor, great macronutrient profile. I really enjoyed these ones. My wife and I already ate all of them by the time I'm getting around to doing this voiceover. So full calorie and macro breakdown: 603.75 calories, 38.5 grams of protein, 56.15 grams of carbs, and 22.77 grams of fat per meal. So give these a try. You will not be disappointed. Please let me know what you think about them down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I will be back soon with more meal prep videos. My name is Dan from Flavor Fit Food. Peace out.